On today's afternoon ride, I found out that my brake pads are completely worn out. So that's what my new video is about. I will show you how to change brake pads on Honda NC750. I haven't done it on my Honda yet, but I've done it on several cars. And as the system is almost the same every time, so I hope there won't be any issue or trouble with that. So let's start with it. First you need to remove these two bolts. Okay, as you can probably see, there's like nothing left. So it was about the time. I don't want to just hang it on those brake pipes so they won't get damaged, so I will hang it on a piece of wire. Now you need to undo this bolt. Yeah, it was pretty tight. Let's try to pull it out carefully, not to damage the thread. First brake pad is out. And second two. So have a look. There is almost nothing. Completely shaved. And because these new brake pads are much thicker than the previous one, we need to push these two brake pistons back to the I don't know how is it called, but I don't know, is it claw or something, but we need to push it back. But before we do it, we need to loosen these bolts on the brake fluid reservoir, because with pushing those pistons we will be pushing back the brake fluid. Here is the brake fluid. Just be careful when manipulating with this, because it's quite dangerous. To push those pistons back, you can also use this simple clamp, which is in almost every workshop. Not to damage those pistons, you can put the old brake pad in there and use the clamp like it's this simple. Now the pistons are all the way back in the brake caliper, and now we can insert those new brake pads. So one goes in here. Second one goes in here, and now there should be enough space for the brake. It's also nice to clean the brake a bit, and also this piece that holds the brake pad there. So this is cleaned now. You can see it's much more shiny than before. Now let's put those brake pads on the place. So I greased this bolt a bit so it can go in easier. But still, you need to use some force. And also push against this little piece of metal, because it works like spring. I should be able to screw it back in. Now I will use a screwdriver carefully to push the pad back a bit, so you have a space for brake disc, so it should now fit back onto it. So let's try it. After some playing with it, it's happily on the brake disc. Now let's remove the wire so we can screw it back in. Watch out for this cable from the ABS sensor, so you won't damage it. Now we just need to check the brake fluid. You need to push or pull the brake lever several times so the brake pads will sit nicely onto the brake disc. So you do it like this, you push it several times. First few attempts it will go quite easy, and then the brake will have some resistance and will go hard, so that's the time when the brake pads are nicely sitting on the brake disc. You may see that the brake fluid went a bit lower as the brake fluid went into the brake hoses and pushed those pistons a bit out on the brake pads. As you can see, the low level of the brake fluid is marked here, so when you have something about that, then you are okay. Now you put back the plastic cover, then the metal one. note: if you don't have enough brake fluid, use .4 brake fluid. It's also written up here if you don't know or won't remember. So now we will just screw it back in. And this is it. We are done now. Just before you go anywhere, try if the wheel is turning. It will have some friction. Definitely because we pushed the brake pads onto the brake disc. But it's not a problem. Before you go anywhere after you change the brake pads, please try if they are really working in very low speed. Because if you don't try it, you can end up in a hospital like a friend of mine who didn't try it and there was some issue with it and he ended up quite badly injured. So before you go anywhere, check if the brakes are working. But other than that, we are done for now.